Happy Friday, happy Friday. It's Friday, guys. Another episode of the Walk Down. This weekend, I got to name these walk downs because I know we probably at about 115 by now. I haven't been naming them, guys. So please forgive me. For the people that like when I name the walk down, this is the walk down. As long as you see me in my own lane, in my mind, in my own business, and I just got through running 4 miles, and I'm about to ready to walk another one on this Friday to end another week of exercising. Health, health, health. A lifestyle is going out running or walking or doing jumping jacks for, a certain amount of time. My time is about an hour. Yeah, about a good hour. That's all I need. Running and then walking. It's good for the mental health, by the way. Well, yesterday, guys, hope everybody's doing great. Thank everybody for joining the walk down this morning. I didn't have to walk down. They joined us on the live this morning at the desk. We really, really, really appreciate y'all coming and rock with us. We almost a minute and 20-some seconds in, and we gotta let YouTube push the notifications out. But we also can rock with it like this, Have did that many a days. Rock with the walk down show and just talk to myself. Remember those days. It's all good though. It's called putting the work in, You got to put the work in when nobody's around, when nobody is watching. That's when you get your best work in. It's all about growth and development and training. That's what it's all about, guys. And that's what I had my mind on. Had my mind on growth and development and training. And more importantly, staying in my own lane. That's why I love this walk down so much. It's good for your health. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health and all that good stuff. But you know what's coming up, guys? This heat is finna be gone. Yeah, the heat is going away. It's already, 6 September 19th, something like that. So I got about another 2 weeks, maybe another 2 weeks. And then it'll be nice and cool out here. The 100-degree heat, time is passing. That summer went by so fast. Out here exercising in the 105-degree heat. It's officially about to be over. It's probably about 99. So it's already feeling like it's getting better. Great, beautiful day out here where I'm at in this great, beautiful park. Appreciate y'all for coming to rock with me. I am your host, the one and only Stock Sniper, and this is the walk down. 4 miles running, another mile walking, which is called the walk down. So yeah, guys, great news today. Charlie Kirk. It's official. The House and the Senate both passed Charlie Kirk Day, October 14th. That is official Charlie Kirk Day. Basically, a holiday. Also, Charlie Kirk's funeral is Sunday. We will be streaming it live here. We will be streaming it live on Sunday. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and click on all notifications so you will be notified when we are live. That's right, guys. So stay tuned in to what's going on. Appreciate y'all for joining me. Man. It is some people that don't really like about this national day of mourning that's finna happen for the Charlie Kirk. There's a lot of talk back and forth about the Charlie Kirk guy. But one thing I can say is that the guy he was working with the kids, and those kids at those universities, they love the man, guys. You could tell. They just go back. If you don't really see, a lot of people don't know too much about Charlie Kirk. They don't know nothing about him. So a lot of people are just not getting caught up with the Charlie Kirk guy. But over here, that's what we do. That's what we cover. So we are aware of Charlie Kirk over here. He did a great speech at the Republican National Convention. Yeah, he did. After they tried to assassinate Donald Trump, and his first time back was at that Republican National Convention. That's when Charlie Kirk made a great speech at that national convention. So yeah, I mean, people need to go back and watch the I don't even really call them debates. Watch the times when he was going to the colleges and talking to the kids. Those kids loved him on those colleges and universities, guys. They loved him. You know, it was a lot of times it was 2,000, 1,000, big numbers. He going from university to university, basically talking to the kids, and those kids loved that man, guys. No matter what you think or whatever disagreements that those kids had, right? Those interactions and conversations, because those, a lot of people was calling them debates, but I don't look at them as a debate. There were just great conversations from an older guy to a younger to a younger kids. And don't get it twisted. Charlie Kirk was really young himself, guys. He was like around 30 years old, so he wasn't too old and he wasn't too young. He was right there in the sweet spot where he could connect with those kids. And in my opinion, those kids were basically winning them over to start understanding the other side of life. Because when you high up like, these guys are, sometimes they not really in touch with the regular world and reality. Sometimes they're really not. And one thing I love about Charlie Kirk is that he was always open to listening to other people. And he would also always seeking more wisdom and knowledge, more understanding of the new age, these new younger kids that are coming up. And guess what, guys? These younger kids that are in college, I don't even really want to call them kids because majority of them are grown, 18 to 22. Some of them even older than that. 23, 24. Or some of them even close to my age that are going to these universities and colleges. I got a daughter that goes to the University of Texas right now, Hook 'em Horns, and she's 28 years old. So those kids on those campuses, some of them are pretty much close to Charlie Kirk's age, guys, or even older. So a lot of people are saying that he's debating kids and kids and kids. No, there are some kids, 18, 19, some whatever, but a lot of those kids are 22, 23, 25. Some of the students are 30. My daughter, she's almost 30 and goes to the University of Texas. So a lot of those kids, or some of them were even older than Charlie Kirk. So, I mean, just because you disagree whatever he was talking about, but one thing about the guy is that he was open to not only listen to other people's information, but also do the work and do the research. See, people do a lot of talking, guys. You know what I'm saying? But the talking is fine. But the real work is when you put the real thing is when you stop talking and you actually put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Go and listen and pay attention. They'll clip up certain things to make it look like a certain way. You have to go and look and find the full context or whatever the conversation was. You got to be able to learn from it. And my analogy out of all this is that these younger kids, guys, I ain't gonna say kids, these young adults, these college kids and these young adults that are at these major universities, we got to understand that they idolize a lot of these celebrities, that older people probably feel a certain way about. They actually idolize them and they back them up. That's why you hear a lot of those conversations that he's having with those kids on the campuses. I keep calling them kids, they're not kids. A lot of these conversations that he was having with a lot of these young adults on these college campuses is that they will ask him about different situations, about different comments that he was saying about DEI, about immigration, about abortion, and all these type of things. These kids, guys, these days, they know a lot. Not kids, young adults. They know a lot. And I give him big props for even going in that type of environment around these kids. very difficult thing to do, guys. It's very, very difficult to have a conversation with some of these young adults these days and these times. And guess what he did? He went in there and he did a great, excellent job. Why, Stock Sniper? Because he was prepared. He just didn't go in there and have a conversation. Because you got to realize these young adults in these college campuses that he was going on. He's going to Texas A&M. You know, he's going to major universities where you have to meet a certain criteria of intelligence to get inside of these universities, you know? So we got to be aware of, he has to be prepared, meaning that he got to study, you know, and he got to write down, you know, and basically memorize whatever he was trying to, and be prepared for whatever they come at him. You know what I'm saying? Because they was coming at him, you know, with great topics, a lot of topics about what's going on the ground of America, right? They were basically bringing him down to get him the clear understanding of what's really going on and how people really feel, and try to get him to understand what's really going on. And guess what was happening, guys? If you listen to those debates, if you listen to a lot of them, and you start really paying attention and taking notes, he was starting to, AKA as they call it these days, become woke. He was starting to understand. He was getting the knowledge. See, he just wasn't the type of person that would just take it one way. You know, it would seem like he was, but guess what the guy was doing? Going behind the scene and talking to people. Going behind the scene and getting the information, you know, trying to understand. And as I noticed over a period of time, he started changing his way of looking at things. He started changing, guys. If you don't believe me, take the time out to go check it out yourself. Take the time out and go watch, not just a 5-minute clip or a 30-minute clip or a 15-second clip. Go back and look at all the videos from the past 2 years all the way up until now. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to do that. All you got to do is go look at an old video, the whole video, 2 or 3 of them, and then come look at the last one, the last 2, before that happened to him. Go and you'll see that he has started to change the way he thought about things, guys. He has started to wake up to reality, because sometimes, guys, a lot of people don't really know what's going on the ground. Maybe because they was raised in a different area, raised around a certain type of people. You know, they wasn't really, how can I put it? They wasn't really in touch with a certain type of people. And what's going on right now, guys, everybody, particularly in the younger crowd, all of them got each other back, and all of them care about one another. When it comes to the topics that most people talk about, when it comes to DEI, when it comes to abortion, when it comes to all these type of things that are major topics, a lot of them stick together with what the topics are about. So I hope y'all understand where I went there. They're all in agreement. Just about every single nationality are in agreement when it comes to the younger generation. In my opinion, it's the hip hop element, and the hip hop advancement of the hip hop community is what's making all these younger kids, basically, particularly from other nationalities, support the main nationality. Because a lot of those kids, like one kid said, Kendrick Lamar, they look at Kendrick Lamar as their mentor. Yes, one of those kids said that. One of those kids said that, guys. So a lot of these rappers, like a Kendrick Lamar, a Cardi B, a Megan Thee Stallion, all these type of individual characters of rappers, they are mentors to a lot of these kids. Not just African-American kids, but other nationalities too, because they listen to the music. A lot of them follow these people on the internet. So they have identified with a certain community, guys. And that's what a lot of those conversations that he was having with those young adults was basically about that. And guess what? A lot of those young adults made him think. about what's really happening on the ground. A lot of them made them think about what's really happening on the ground. You know, and in my opinion, and what I was seeing is that he was starting to question some things, guys. That's my opinion. He was starting to question some things. You know, some of those things that those young adults was telling him on those major universities was starting to make sense. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of those young adults on those universities were also, listen to what I'm saying, were becoming members of Turning Point. They were becoming members of Turning Point. They were becoming members of Turning Point. So that's that. In my opinion, that's what was going on. So appreciate everybody today. It's a good day, man. Charlie Kirk just got, I don't know why my knee keep popping, bro. Dang. Charlie Kirk, National Day of Mourning, October 14th. I think it's a great move, guys. I think it's great. You know, because the guy was really going out and really trying to talk to young adults, you know, at these major universities. And that means a lot, guys. And he was open to what they were saying, you know. It was really a great educational moment. And, you know, I listened to him. I was watching him and listening to him a lot. I knew a lot about him. But when this situation happened, it made me go real deep in depth. Really think and really analyze what was going on, you know. So that's what I get out of the situation. That's what I got out of the situation, guys. I think it was a great move. You know, he had a lot to do with Donald Trump getting elected, guys. I mean, if you look at all those things, I mean, he had a lot to do with it. I think he had more to do with it than anybody else, man, because he got the younger crowd, the younger adults, you know, to actually go to the polls, you know, and actually go that route. You know, that's what I think that happened. He was a major piece. And it was growing. And also, guys, another thing is secretly, they was trying to get him to possibly run for president in the future. Probably not in 2028, but they were basically, well, he was building himself up to become forefront, to become the president. Not in 2028 and probably not in 2032, you know, but he was putting himself in position and they were trying to put him in position to probably be the president of the United States, you know? So, I mean, we got 153 people in the building. I appreciate y'all for coming and rocking with me. Y'all do me a favor and hit the like button. We got 153 people in the building. Man, y'all can come on, y'all hit the like button for me, man. You know, National Day of Mourning for Charlie Kirk. I know y'all should like that. It should be more than 9 people out of 153 people. You know, more than 9 people like that good news, guys. When you hit the like button, it's not about me, right? It's about the information. It's about the people in the chat. You know, that's what it's about. It ain't about me. I'm just here to bring out the information and give my point of view. I'm just the host, you know? So y'all hit the like button, man. If you having a great day, if your town look like this, if you having a great day, hit the like button. If you having a good day at work, hit the like button. You know, if you got a raise, hit the like button. You know, if your stock portfolio is looking lovely, hit the like button. If your crypto account is looking lovely, hit the like button. If you ran 4 miles like me and walking another mile, hit the like button. If you walked a mile, well, Stock Sniper, I can't run no 4 miles, bro. I can walk a mile. If you got out and exercised today, I don't care what kind of exercise it is, hit the like button. If you're a Buffalo Bills fan, the Buffalo Bills won last night, hit the like button. Yeah, it's a great day in America, guys. It's a great day in America. Appreciate y'all for hitting the like button. We did get the likes up to 13. I would like the likes to be up to at least 75. You know, at least 75, guys. But it's okay, we're gonna rock with it like this. But share the video because today is a good day. If you don't know, they passed National Mourning Day for Charlie Kirk. October 14th, Charlie Kirk's birthday, is a national day of mourning. You know, and we all should be happy for the work that he put in. If you agree with it or if you didn't agree with it, the man put the work in, and that's what he believed in. The freedom of speech and your beliefs is your beliefs, right? And sometimes, when we have our beliefs, sometimes we can be stubborn and not really understand what the other side, you know, has to offer. That's why it's very important to listen and pay attention. And that's one thing Charlie Kirk knew how to do very, very well, was listen and pay attention. If it makes sense, then you need to look into it a little bit further. Shout out to Charlie Kirk, man. I ain't gonna even lie, guys. It's gonna be hard for them to fill his shoes for what he was doing for those young adults, guys. Those young adults on those colleges and universities loved him. They loved him, guys. That's all I can say about it. They loved him. You could tell. The ones that disagreed with him, you could tell it was a love energy back and forth. And guess what, guys? Charlie Kirk loved being with those kids, guys. He loved it. You could tell. He loved it. He loved going, even, because y'all got to realize, guys, Charlie Kirk was a multi-millionaire. Just think about this for a second. Charlie Kirk, multi-millionaire. I can't think of the other guy's name. The guy that ran for president, Kalashunk. I can't think of his name. But y'all know the billionaire. So not only was a multi-millionaire going to speak to these young adults, but you had a billionaire, right? Kawasaki, whatever his name is. The young billionaire. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm saying his name wrong. Yushi Kawasaki, whatever his name is. Y'all know who I'm talking about. A multi-billionaire. You got billionaires, guys, multi-millionaires going and interacting with these young adults on these different colleges and universities, guys. That right there alone is huge. Just being in the presence, being able to communicate with a billionaire, with a multi-millionaire, is huge for a young adult, guys. It's very, very huge. You know, we got to think about things like that. Those young adults on these colleges were able to question these multi-millionaires, billionaires, on whatever questions that they wanted to ask. Just think about what kind of questions they asked the billionaire, a multi-millionaire, off camera, guys. Just think about that for a second. You know, so we got to think about growth and development. You know, nobody's perfect. Everybody has their own opinion. Nobody's perfect. But we got to think about the big picture. We got to think outside of the box. We got to think outside of the tracks. Like, there's a lot of things, that's one of the things I say over here a lot on this channel. We got to think outside of the box. You know, we got to think outside of the box. What would you say if you could meet a billionaire face to face? If a billionaire sat in front of you right now, what would you say to him? What would you say to a billionaire? That's business questions you can ask them that can help you and your family. What would you have said to a billionaire or a multimillionaire that's in your face within 2 or 3 feet of you? That's something we got to think about, guys. That is the power of social media and the internet, is that you have the ability to possibly be in the presence of a real billionaire. That is perfect right there. Perfect right there. No matter what you think about, whatever you think about, that right there is what I like. I got a daughter. My daughter goes to the University of Texas right now. I tell her all the time, always look for knowledge. Don't look for nothing negative, because the negativity is easy to find. Positivity is what you need to be. What can you learn from this encounter? I don't want to get a negative reaction out of this encounter. I want to get a positive reaction out of this encounter? What can I learn out of this encounter? What can I learn out of this encounter? Not what can I degrade or talk bad about. What can I learn about this encounter? That's what I told my daughter that go to the University of Texas. Hook 'em horns right now. Always look, if one of them billionaires come on your campus, you better ask them specific questions. I can't tell you what questions to ask them, but you better ask them some intelligent questions that you can write down and embed into your brain and take it back to your dorm, and you can learn and put whatever you're trying to do in your life. Because it's not every day that we run into billionaires, guys, and actually have a conversation with them. That is huge. What would you say if you have the ability to talk to the billionaire that you like on the internet? What would you say to him? What would you ask him? That is what I told my daughter. So yes, guys, we are 28 minutes in on this walk down. Appreciate y'all for joining me. Appreciate y'all for joining me. We got 75 people in the building. Really, 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 really good. Coming to the end of the walk. Coming to the end of the walk. I appreciate everybody for joining me. I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with the channel. Let's see what a few of these comments. Connor really asked specific questions. Right. Hey, what's up, Marky Mark? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Try and learn something new every day. That's right. Bye, Bobby. Don't let the door hit you where it split you. Or what? Oh, Bobby got blocked. Oh, man, I don't like to see people get blocked. That's one thing I don't like, guys. I don't like for people to get blocked. That's one thing I don't like. So evidently Bobby did something or said something that was really, 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 really out of character. Yeah, I don't like to block nobody, guys. I like for people to have free speech. You know, speak how you speak, you know, but be respectful. So he had to be very, very disrespectful to get blocked. Very, very disrespectful. Well, Bobby, I don't know what you said, man. But I hope you have a great day, Bobby. Really appreciated you for coming. Appreciate you for rocking with us, you know. But you got to be respectful, man. You got to respect other people's thoughts and other people's opinions. You got to respect that, man. You know, we can't be in our feelings, you know. It's we the people. That's what it is. You got your views, I got my views. But we all can agree that people shouldn't go out, you know, like that guy went out, man. Especially if you are helping, you know, nobody should go out like that, man. Have to. The guy was helping kids, helping kids. Those kids love him. No matter how you view it, how they love that man, you know. So I think that's it for right now, guys. I appreciate y'all for joining me. Everybody that's been rocking with the channel, we really, 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 really appreciate it. Everybody that's been subscribing to the channel, we really, 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 really appreciate it. Everybody that's been coming in and making comments and putting out their opinion, we really, really, really appreciate it, man. We love and we appreciate y'all. To the next one. This is Friday, the last day of the week of my walk down. When it comes to the walk down, I see y'all Monday. Everybody that liked this walk down, I see y'all Monday. And I love and I appreciate y'all. To the next one, I'm out.